Well, well, well. Would you look at this? Our first port stop is upon us. We're here in Falmouth in the UK. We're moored off the coast. Man, so beautiful and serene. You got a water shuttle operation going on there in the lifeboat. I got about 45 minutes. I'm gonna grab a quick little bite. There's options here. Alright, here we go with a little breakfast. Ham and cheese sandwich, chocolate croissant, Diet Coke. What's wild is my sleep schedule is still off. Waking up in the middle of the night, and then when the alarm goes off, even at 7, I'm just like, ugh. But it'll adjust, I think, over the next couple days. But yeah, we're gonna get fueled up and then go to the theater. And this is, like I said, it's a water shuttle. It's a tender service, so we'll take a boat over to Falmouth. All right, so it's about 8:35 a.m. We've made our way to the Princess Theater. We've received a sticker. We're in Group 5, and so we're patiently awaiting the calling of our group. Really unsure what this is going to be like. I'm pretty sure we're going to be on the bus today, and
oh yeah, and we kind of goofed a little bit because we said remember we're not going to take long bus tours anymore. Yeah. And our first one's bus tour.
Bus tour. I think we looked at the timing on it. I'd be surprised if we have a lot of time on the bus, but maybe we will. But it should be cool.
Advic is right over there. He will gonna take you straight to the gangway, and we will gonna start with the first row with the first group, that is with the sticker brown number 3, please. So if you don't mind, the first row.
Morning. Good morning.
Good day.
Thank you.
Morning.
Good morning. Yeah.
Morning. Watch your step, please.
Thank you.
Watch your step.
Alright, so it's 9:07 a.m. and we've made our way onto the tender. Looks like just a short ride over.
Yeah. For the war, maybe. Oh, no, that's all. That's like. Wants to go into Disneyland. Paris.
9:39. We just finished our tender ride in, so making our way to the tour bus.
Oh yeah, choose the seat, my friend.
All right, let's see what we got. Lots of seats.
Yeah. It's best behind me.
All right, so we made it to the bus. What a beautiful town, and the weather is stunning. Really could have wore shorts today. So yeah, looking forward to a nice sunny day here in the UK. And I think we're gonna go see a big house. So who knows? But a nice little tour group of 17.
Hey, good morning, everybody. My name's Gilly, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to Cornwall, to Falmouth, and this gorgeous day. The workings of the clay industry. Guilt of the survivors in a tiny Welsh community where most people, so we'll get out the coach, we go past the loos. So I'm going to suggest Comfort that we stop there. There are loos by the house as well.
So we've journeyed about an hour and 45 minutes into the county of Cornwall. Of course, this is a royal county. The Duke of Cornwall, Prince William, it used to be Prince Charles, now King Charles. Now we find ourselves at Lanhydrock. This is an older English home and gardens. It says on this sign that we have 1,000 acres to explore. I don't think we have time to explore 1,000 acres. I think we will get to see the house and the gardens though. Here's a peek at the ticket booth at Lanhydrock. Our tour guide is in there securing our access to the house and garden.
Yeah, we're kicking shade, sort of. Southern California.
So we just left the ticket booth and we're taking a nice little walk, probably like a 10-minute walk to get to the main house. And man, it's awesome because it's all downhill, which I guess that means, well, on the way back up, it's not gonna be awesome. But check this out. Just nice, beautiful, cool weather today. Lovely downhill slope. Making our way to the big house. Here's a wow moment. We are making our way to the entrance of the house. Look at this huge gate. So cool. And this is why you travel. Holy moly, look at this place. Wow.
That gatehouse was the castle. And look behind it. That's gorgeous.
Well, that's something spectacular, isn't it, Don?
It's amazing.
Wow.
I thought the gatehouse was the house, and then it came out more and more and more.
Wow. And this is like where people lived. Or maybe still do, I don't know. How about that?
And the then Lady Robarts, this was owned by the Robarts family. The then Lady Robarts, she was in her 60s, escaped with her life down a ladder, but she died of shock 6 days later, and her husband died after that. They then went to like the trendiest builders of the day. Which...
All right, let's take a first look at Lanhydrock. Wow. Just these manicured, I don't know, where these like bushes? They're so big. The guide explained to us that it started out as an Elizabethan house, which I didn't know that the feature of Elizabethan houses were that they were designed as the letter E, but then a fire caused for a renovation and it was renovated into a Victorian house. And it's flying the Cornish flag, which is the black and white flag there. Like you'd spend the whole hour looking at the exteriors and the gardens, but apparently there's some really spectacular stuff on the inside too, so let's do it. Look at this door. Wow. Hi.
So are you okay with stairs? Because we do have a lift.
Now they are in a period of conservation here, but it's so cool that they've got the furniture all for display. Wow. These ceilings are just crazy. Goodness, look at the china sets, or wow, Japanese pottery. It's wild. So like we're looking at a house from the 1600s. You got to figure where we were at in the US, that, you know, still undeveloped. It's wild. It's wild to think that this whole scenario is going on even before the inception of the colonies. I guess we were in the colonies in the 1600s, but still, wow. It's interesting to get these busts wrapped up. Wow, look at this stairwell. Holy moly.
And they've got a lot of stuff covered up for the restoration. Been in several of these type of houses, but it's interesting to see one that's still on display while conservation's going on. This is kind of cool. They have all of the artwork kind of just stored here. You can tell they've created new type palettes. They pulled the art off the wall to store it. All of these doors, these wooden doors are crazy. Wow. Look at this great room. Maybe the library. There's books here on the left. Oh wow. The ceilings and the chandelier. Insane. So these ceilings are what's being conserved right now, or what's being conserved, but they're very steeped in Christian imagery. So this is the section of the conservation for the ceiling. Oh wow. This is
Have I suddenly just given you the dress to feel back? I'm sorry. Oh, I'm looking
oh my goodness, this is the conservation is our benefit, because now they've raised the scaffold, and wow, we are just as high as the people who produce this imagery, right next to the ceiling. Wow. Such a crazy cool experience. Thanks. Oh, and here we go. We've exited into the gift shop, as any proper attraction would have you do. Got about 22 minutes left. There is a little kitchen tour, so you get a sense of what the servants did. Then there's gardens, but we're gonna go kitchen first. Again, normally I think you would feel bummed out that you came to a place and they were renovating and doing conservation, but I really think we lucked out today being able to see that ceiling. So now we just passed through that gate there. So we're seeing the left side of the exterior of the house. They do have some shops and buildings over here. I do think this is a place where maybe people that are local come and just wander, bring their pets. Get shops with the carriages there, an old bookstore. Making our way to the servants area. This is called the Hidden Workforce. Wow. I don't know how many it took to staff a house like this, but wow, it had to be a lot. What is this? Rotary knife cleaning machine. Well, that's interesting. Of course, the dishwashing sink. It's one of those wild aspects of wealth and opulence. You know the family members were far outnumbered by the servants, but this looks like the kitchen here. We've got a stove. A mise en place station. The food prep and the butchery. Wow. Got the serving dishes. The guide said that that the meat was turned on spits here, and that it was the job of a 9-year-old boy to, for hours, stand and turn the spit. How everything's segmented out. I'm assuming this room was the room for the meats. Of course, they've got meats that seem to be cured and hanging, and meats to be cleaned and prepared, and they even have this to be some form of an ice box. So insulated the best it could be in the 1600s, and packed with ice to keep things fresh. A wild existence. All right, so we got some info on the staff to resident ratio. At the height of the house, there were 20 residents. And apparently this house used to be used a lot for entertaining, so the amount of people that would be here at one time would swell. But 20 was the core residents, and the staff 80. So 4 staff members for every resident. That's wild. That's some serious opulence. Well, unfortunately, we only have about 7 minutes before we need to start heading back, but there's a whole garden area to explore. This is just a taste. And there's also a church on site. Wow, fantastic. That is the church behind us there. Sadly, I think we have to start making our way back to the tour bus, and that's the challenge sometimes with cruising. You stumble across these gems that you know you could spend the day exploring, but sometimes you don't have the day to explore. So grateful for the time here. It's something I didn't think I would ever see, so it's pretty amazing. But yeah, we carry on.
It is 100% uphill.
100% uphill. Well, we've been blessed with warm weather. We've made it almost halfway up the hill, so the day's looking up. Ooh, it's a hike. If you are mobility challenged, they do have a cart that will take you back and forth, but it's a small golf cart. I'm not sure how quickly it runs, so keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Made better time than I thought. It's only 10 after 12, so we've got 20 minutes just to make our way back to the bus. So we made it back to the bus, and it continues to get warm. It's like an unseasonably warm day here, and unfortunately our bus is struggling a little bit with its air conditioning, so they're actually going to switch the bus out, but stopped at the coffee shop or tea shop and got an iced Americano and some water. So got another half hour, 45-minute drive to go to Fowey, and I think we're going to explore some food and shopping there, so hydration is important.
Yep. We've got somebody at the front getting rather excited about the idea of pasties for sure. So that would be our route back. Fowey is really, really nearby.
So we've made it to the town of Fowey, F-O-W-E-Y. We're just exiting our bus with no Acon, and we're gonna get on a different bus when we come back, but we're sat atop a hill and just driving in, the views are amazing. But I think the big thing to do here is to get some Cornish food, pasties, and what does she call it? Sweet tea? I think that's what it is. But as you can see, it's a steep decline, and we have to come right back up here to the car park. So I think there's a tram though, which is nice. Some steep walk there, Don.
Yeah. Coming back could be interesting. This is what you have to walk back on the way back uphill. But there's a shuttle bus here.
So if you just heard Don there, our plan has changed. We're going to be looking for Cornish food and the bus stop. The bus stop.
Ooh, it got steeper.
This may be the steepest town I've ever walked through. It's of course one of those waterfront towns, so all land leads to water, I suppose, and we're heading toward it. Wow, I think we're done with the descent. Couple corrections. Two things. The descent has not finished, and we're looking for cream tea. That's the combo that comes with the scone and the tea. So, plus the Cornish clotted cream. Wow, this is a heck of a descent. The Life Buoy Cafe.
Don't look too busy.
Oh, here's a good sign. The town bus does seem to be at the bottom of the descent. All these little cool restaurants tucked away. The toll bar. There's the Fowey town bus. Now I think we've officially descended as far as we can descend. It's another beautiful spot. Look at this waterfront. The key here, of course, you have this whole waterfront. The tour guide said that smaller cruise ships actually do make port in Fowey, but it's a narrow channel, so it would have to be a pretty small ship. But wow, this is fantastic. This is pretty cool. Nice tie into American cinema here. So Daphne Marais, she actually wrote the book that the famous Hitchcock film The Birds was adapted from. And this is a statue. She lived here. It's a statue that commemorates that. The Rook and the Book. Rook with a book. There's just going to be another one of those areas where time will be a constraint, but they have an aquarium here and tons of restaurants. You could take a river tour. Too much to do with the time that we have, Don.
It is, especially when seems to be a lineup for that bus to get back.
Yeah. Oh wow, look at this little street that we're on. I never knew that was a true word. I think I've used it before in jest. Flapjackery. How about that? What is that? Is it like
It's your flapjack.
Yeah, it's not pancakes though. It's something else, like a bakery.
Hands up.
Of course, the roads are open here, so gotta watch out for the vehicles. Niles Bakery, the Fowey Sweet Shop, Cornish fudge and chocolates. Wow.
Sweet too. They got the sweet shop right next to it.
No shortage of sweets in this town for sure. Holy moly. And speaking of holy moly, we also have Rolly's Fudge Pantry. Holy moly, Rolly's Fudge Pantry. I think that works. Here's a quick look at the real estate. You can get a spot for £400,000, or even a nicer spot for £1.6 million. They've got stuff for sale here. Yeah, so the quandary that we're in is I meant to hit an ATM somewhere along the way to get some pounds, and Don's rocking with some euros, but since Brexit, most places don't take the euro. So now we're trying to get to the post office and see if we can exchange money. And I'm at the mercy of Don because I got zero cash on me. Just the plastic. All right, so we've got the post office. And we also have snacks. Now this Boots the Chemist is the recommended drugstore, or at least the tour guide mentioned it. And apparently they'll tell you what you can and cannot take back with you. We're trying to find a place where we can try the Cornish pasty, which this is might be the place. Take a quick look. This certainly looked good, but there was a place around the corner that did not look. It looked like it had seating. That place didn't look like it had seating, so keep going. All right. Wow, this looks pretty good. All kinds of different options here. All right, so we've scored some traditional Cornish food. We've got a sausage roll, a traditional pasty, and then we have the scone with the clotted cream and jam. We'll try it out. I'll cut these open to show you what they look like. There's a little cross-section action. Oh, and here we go. Got the scone jam down first, and then the clotted cream. This looks delicious. Cornwall state of mind. Alright, so I feel like mission accomplished. That's about as local cuisine as you can get, and it was delicious. I am a sucker for a good old bookshop, but trying not to carry anything back with me. Here's the town bus finishing up the loading. We're gonna see if maybe we can get on. Well, this worked out well. The Fowey town bus dropped us right back at the coach. And here we go. Right back at the coach. What an interesting hilled city. Right down on the waterfront, everything's going on, and then there's just houses upon houses on these winding hills around the city. That town bus is a lifesaver. When we first came up here, I thought the town bus was more for the tourists, for the visitors, but there's a lot of people that seemingly live here using that bus too. So essential service. Essential service. What did you think of Fowey, Don?
I tell you, it's a beautiful little place.
Yeah.
Like some of the scenery and everything, but man, I wouldn't want to drive here.
No.
This is crazy.
To Don's point, the driving is crazy. It's all one lane. We sat for maybe 5 to 10 minutes as a cleaning crew. They reloaded up their car. They maybe cleaned an apartment or a hotel or something right on the main street, and there was like a team of 3 just loading their car, and yeah, we just sat and waited, but it wasn't too bad. It's kind of funny, back in 2019 Don and I went to Japan, and we were famously the last ones to get on a bus when we were at Osaka Castle. We were just having a really great conversation as we strolled the moated, walkways out through the, those Japanese gates, looking at, the fried octopus. We were just having a good talk, and all of a sudden we walk up on the bus and like everybody's giving us the look. Now I think we were still on time, but we were the last ones there, so we've decided not to do that. We were supposed to be back at 3 o'clock. It's 2:41, and there's about 4 people of the 17 back, so we're trying to see whether or not 3 o'clock is going to be our time to head back to the ship. 2:57, and everybody's here, so no bus runners today, or coach runners, should I say. All right, it's 4:19 p.m. We're saying goodbye to our bus. And, we have a bit of a queue for the tender. Hopefully we get a spot on the tender to get some of those sweet ship spotting shots. But it's hard to tell with a line this long. Ooh, it looks like the top is getting some love. I don't know if we're gonna get that sweet ship shot going back or not. Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. Maybe we'll be able to see it out the window. Right? This is gonna be our view. I don't think we're going to get very many views on the way back to the ship, so let me just say thanks for adventuring along with us today. I didn't know what to expect when I came to Cornwall. I didn't know what to expect when I came to Falmouth, but a really enriching day. Learned a lot, saw some cool things, and had some good food. So, and of course, always good company. Always good company over there. So thanks for checking out this video. If you would like to see more, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button on the way out. It's Tony for Lido. Till the next time. See you on the Lido. Bye.